All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the Hebrew Israelites back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And before we begin this lesson, we're going to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakah Kodash. All right, double honors to the elders and the apostles who we learned from. You already know who they are. They are the leaders of all Israel today and the true prophets that were sent of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to bring in the hopeful elect. All right, so that we can get the hell out of this sinful kingdom. All right. Shalom to you Israelites on the highways and hedges, teaching and giving up your body as a living sacrifice. Shalom to you brothers, all right? And shalom to you Akwaf out there in order that are doing what you're supposed to be doing in these end times, you know, fulfilling your role as a real woman in these end times, which are rare and few, all right? Shalom to you rare sisters, and shalom to you Israelites scattered abroad and may look like these other nations. That means you might look like a so-called white man. You might look like a so-called Arab, Chinese man or whatever. But if your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are indeed a Hebrew Israelite, because this thing ain't about color. It ain't about appearance. Therefore, we're not the black Hebrew Israelites, as some people like to call us. We're just the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. All right, it's nothing to do with color. It's about your seed line. If your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, regardless of what you look like, you could be a Hebrew Israelite. All right. So shalom to you Israelites scattered abroad. All right, this lesson today, we're going to speak about how Esau's being revealed, man. There's a lot going on. You know, this war is escalating and people are starting to realize that these people in that land are nothing but a bunch of murderous, genocidal maniacs, devils, liars, you know. And people are starting to realize that, man. You know, people used to really believe that those were the people. Those were the Lord's chosen people. But their actions say otherwise, man. You got to look at these people, you know, in another light and see that these people ain't right, man. How do they fit the prophecies, man? They don't fit any of them. You know what I mean? So, you know, people that still believe to this day that they're the chosen, it's because they don't understand the Bible. They really do not understand the Bible at all, because they fit none of the curses. They were never sold into slavery on slave ships, as is spoken about the real Jews, the real Israelites, spoken in Deuteronomy 28 and 68 says how they would go into slavery on ships. These people never went into slavery on ships. You know, they used the holofraud to basically try to say, all right, yeah, we were the ones that were oppressed and had this very vicious thing happen to us in history, so therefore we must be the chosen. No, you had a little time where a few of you, you know, may have got mistreated, but that don't even come close to the real holla, you know, that happened to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans by the hand of these very people in that land right now, man. All right, so we're going to get into this, bring out a few precepts, and hopefully open the eyes of a few people that may be still holding on to the idea that these people in that land are the people. All right, we're going to hopefully lay that to rest, because these gutter rats are being exposed, and we're going to further expose them, man. All right. So I want to start this lesson off just reading the book of Psalms chapter 52, and I'm going to read the whole chapter because it's fire, and I think this will get us warmed up. This will get us into the lesson. You know what I mean? So Psalms 52, it says, I'm going to start at verse 1. Why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? Right? Talking about Esau, Edom, you know, which is the same people living in that land right now. They're Edomites, man. The Amalekites, Amalek, these fake JEWs, they're Amalek, but they're the grandchildren of Esau. All right, so they're the same people. They're the chief tribe of Esau, you know. So it says, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of the Most High endureth continually. Verse 2, it says that the tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. That's why they're in that land right now talking about we want peace. You know, we're the victim. Benjamin Satan Yahoo, you know what I mean, talking about we're the victim, we want peace, when their actions say otherwise. Nobody's buying it. Check the comment board of any video where he's talking about he wants peace and this and that, crying like they're the victim, they're the oppressed. When they're the aggressor. They're the ones going around bombing everybody, committing genocide, bombing civilians, you know. They're talking about they're the victim. Give me a break, man. So everyone's starting to realize that these people are liars, man, and evil.
And here's the truth. Israel seeks peace. Israel yearns for peace. Israel has made peace and will make peace again.
So it says, thy tongue deviseth mischief. We want peace. Yeah, right. Like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Verse 3, Psalms 52 and 3, it says, thou lovest evil more than good, and their actions show it. I mean, who's ruling the earth right now? It's these people, man. And look at the condition of the earth under their rule, under their management. You know, they ain't seeking peace. Otherwise, they wouldn't have medicine prices jacked up through the roof. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have a system set up to where, you know, you're taxed and they keep you poor, keep you working these 9 to 5s, and you ain't seeing no benefit from that. Nah, man, these people they love evil more than good, right? It says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than speaking righteousness. Selah. Right? Now, let me jump to a precept on that, actually. Because they are liars. Let's jump to Psalms, 58? Yeah, 58 and 3. It says, the wicked, which are the people that rule the earth, pursuant to Job 9:24, the same people in that land right now, bombing everybody. The wicked are estranged from the womb, meaning they're born wicked, okay? They go off as soon as they're born. They're made to be wicked, man. They're estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Highlight that, man. These people are natural born liars, okay? They rule this world through... They're not transparent. They rule this world through secrecy, deception, and lies. Why else you think they have Bilderberg meetings where you're not allowed to know what they're talking about? What kind of a rulership is that? They love speaking lies, man. Anyway, let's jump back to Psalms 52. Alright, so Psalms 52 and 3, I'm going to read it again. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than speaking righteousness. It says, thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. Right? Because they speak as if they want to help you. Okay? We need to fight global warming. Okay? When really the weather changes in the earth are the plagues of the Lord, but they'll never admit that. They're just going to cash out on that, man. They're going to take advantage of your ignorance, keep you in the dark and tell you, oh yeah, we need you to stop eating meat. Now you need to eat bugs. We need 15-minute cities, carbon credits and all that. It's nothing but more control and wickedness, man, because they're deceitful as hell. All right? So it says... verse 4 again, Psalms 52 and 4, thou lovest all devouring words, O deceitful tongue, you lying devils, man. Verse 5, it says, the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. And that's because they're the son of perdition. Perdition means destruction. It means they're the children that are getting ready to perish from the earth, man. That's their destiny. They don't believe it, though, because their inward thought is that their houses are going to continue forever. But the Lord going to reprove them, man. All right, so Psalms 52 and 5 from the top again. Thou, the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place. Right, so the Lord going to pluck them out of that land and America and off the earth in the end. All right, it says, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah. You can back that up with Obadiah 1 and 18, man. Because Obadiah 1 and 18 states how, you know, there will be none remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it, meaning that's set in stone, that's prophecy. Eventually you'll never see an Edomite in this earth again, man. And that's when the world is going to see peace. Because these people bring nothing but death and misery. Verse 6, Psalms 52 and 6. The righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. So are we wrong for loving the fact that these people are prophesied to be wiped off the earth? Is that a bad thing? Is that horrible? Is that not loving your enemies? Is that not loving everybody, as Christianity likes to speak? We're going to laugh at these devils of ruin and destruction, man. The Lord is plaguing them right now with hurricanes and wars and stuff, man. These people are through, okay? Because the Lord is fighting for us. So it says, the righteous shall also see, right? We're seeing his destruction and fear. We're going to fear the Lord because we see that the Lord is true to his word, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the true God of Israel. And fear and shall laugh at him, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the book of Psalm chapter 37 verse 12. It says, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth.
His teeth is his strength, his military, his financial system, his religious system. You know, they gnash upon us, man. They got us in their grips. They use the justice system against us. They're wicked, man.
Yeah. Verse 13 it says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
So, hey, the Lord ain't with you devils. The Lord is going to laugh at your destruction, okay? Just because the Lord created all people don't mean he loves all people. That's Christian doctrine, man. That's not even what the Bible actually says. The Lord only loves Israel, okay? And the elect of Israel at that, okay? So the Lord only loves a small remnant that are pleasing him. Why else do you think there's a special people called the beloved? Because the rest of the nations and people that cleave unto these devils they're not loved of the Lord, man. So the Lord gonna laugh at their destruction, all right? All right, I'm gonna jump back to Psalms 52. We'll start at verse 7. It says, lo, which means look. It says, this is the man that made not the Most High his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness. So the abundance of their riches, these people have robbed us of wealth so that they can build underground bunkers, man. And they trust that those bunkers are going to protect them. When we're going to rip them out of them bunkers. Lord willing, we be them men, but the elect are going to rip them out of them bunkers, man. So they ain't escaping, okay? They trusted in their riches, which is going to fail them, man. And strengthened himself in his wickedness, right? But where it says, this is the man that made not God his strength, right? Let's quickly jump to Job 20, because a precept comes to mind, man. These people don't trust in the Lord. They don't believe that the Lord, is of any profit to their life, man. Okay, you try to teach an Edomite about the Bible, and they hate the Bible, man.
Yeah, they're quick to tell you that they're atheists or they don't believe in that. You know, they don't believe in a book.
Yeah.
You know.
Check their countenance. Their countenance is a witness against them. They tattoo their bodies up, head to toe, piercings everywhere. They deform their lips and their eyes, and man, they oh my God, these people are off. The devil music they listen to, Slipknot and all that. These people are nuts. Okay, they gotta go, man. Their spirit ain't upright in them. Alright, so this is Job 20. I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, they spend their days in wealth, right? Who are the richest people on this earth that have the power to lock down the whole planet, have their central banks everywhere, go on and live life like it's a holiday? Everything's set up to benefit them. It says they spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. So they live nice and then die. Okay, that's their legacy. That's what they do. It says, therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. So they don't want nothing to do with the Lord because they don't see the profit in it, man. They already live in the dream. This is their heaven. So what do they need to be saved from, man? These people are living it up. They're living good. Let's jump back to Psalms 52. We're almost done. We're going to finish it up. Psalms 52. And 8, it says, "But I am like a green olive tree in the house of the Lord. I trusted in the mercy of the Lord forever and ever." It says, "I will praise thee forever because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name, for it is good before thy saints." Hey, we trust in the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. We have his name now, his holy name. You know how the Christians say there's power in the name Jesus. Hey, I got plenty of clips to prove that wrong. People doing water baptisms and drowning or getting electrocuted or alligators attacking them. I've got there ain't no power in that name, man. The name Yahweh, under the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, which has been given back to us in these end times, now you're seeing stuff happen, man. Why else you think World War III is brewing up and these devils are in derision right now, man? They're in straits. These people are not happy anymore because we're coming back to that name. There's power in the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, man. All right. All right, we'll leave that there. Let's jump to another precept.
Yeah, I got a scripture I want to bring out. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 9. It says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." Right? So, I mean, eventually that's what's going to end up happening. But the people that are in the power seat at the moment, the economies and everything is being run by these specific people, right? And, Lord willing, throughout this lesson, we go into a little bit more detail about why, they ain't the people of the book, why they ain't fulfilling any of the prophecies that are written in the book, right? And just goes to show you that it says, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, right? Because they're liars, basically. They can't tell the truth. It's not in them to bring out the truth.
Like my brother just said, that, the ones that say they are Jews and do lie, it goes into, what was it, Psalms 58 that I brought out earlier, 58 and 3, I believe it was, where it says that the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go forth as soon as they be born speaking lies, man.
Yeah, that's the one.
Because these people are natural born liars. All they do is lie. So why would you believe that they are the real people when their actions and the prophecies say otherwise, man? But anyway, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 36, and this is to back up the point that you just brought out in Revelation 3 and 9. Mm-hmm. And this is Psalms 36 and 5. It says, I might as well just start at 35. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen," right? And the residue of the heathen are them that are small among the heathen. Let me quickly bring that out, actually. All right, so this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 15. It says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." So what is the Lord doing right now? He's making these people despised among men. Everybody's talking about Netanyahu and his gang right now, man. His gang of robbers and liars and thieves.
Yaptıklarının Hitler'den geri kalır yanı var mı? İsrail'in insan öldürme noktasında en ufak bir derdi yok. Dünya bir hastanın, bir manyağın, bir psikopatın, Netanyahu denilen kanla beslenen vampirin barbarlığını izliyor. Netanyahu ve cinayet şebekesi Filistinli halkının kahramanca direnişini kıramadıkça
it says, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, right? They're basically at the top of the world, basically, right? Ruling over everyone, you know. It says, though thou shouldest make thy nest on high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh. Right? Because their symbol is the eagle, because the eagle is a bird of prey. You know, they're above everything, and you know they have an advantage over, you know, all their prey. And that's these devils, man. You know, they hold the height of the hill. They have the fatness of the earth, and they have the military complex and industrial complex. They have their financial system. They have everything set up, and the religious system to keep you in the dark. Their political system. Their media. They have all these things to keep you in the dark and keep ruling over you. Okay, so that's just why they exalt themselves as an eagle, man. But the Lord said he's going to bring them down. Verse 17, right? Jeremiah 49 and 17, it says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. So by the time the Lord is done with these devils, they're going to be desolate, man. And everyone's going to be like, damn, you become as weak as we. You know, you look at this devil. Is this the man that did shake kingdoms? You know, as spoken about in Isaiah 14, you know, these people are getting ready to be in a position that you never thought you would ever see them, man. It says, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, no man shall abide there, neither shall son of man dwell in it. And that's talking about America, which is the hub, the beehive of Esau Edom, man. Let me jump back to Ezekiel 36 real quick. So the Lord says, therefore, Ezekiel 36 and 5, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, right? The ones that the Lord has made small among the heathen, right? It says, and all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, the land of Israel. So Idumeans are dwelling there. Idumea is a Greek term for the nation of Edom, okay? You can't get around it, man. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with the spiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So these people are you look at them and their characteristics, and they're proud, they're despiteful, they're just wicked people, man.
You're praying for your Messiah to come. You say he's going to rid the world of evil. But if he came to rid the world of evil without making atonement for your sins, he would have to get rid of all of you, because every human has sinned against the holy God. So he comes the first time, Daniel 9:24-27, before the second temple is destroyed, to bring atonement for sin. Just as it is written, and he comes again on the clouds of heaven to fulfill Daniel 7:13 and 14, to bring about a salvation for those that are waiting for him. Out! Yeshua HaMashiach is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but through him. No! Why don't you go and enjoy the rest of your Shabbat?
Out! Out! Out!
Don't you dare do that!
Out!
Don't you dare!
Out! Out!
Don't you dare! We got you on film!
Out!
We got you on film! This is not the way to behave!
Out!
No, we're not! We're not! We have every right to be here!
This is not the way to behave!
It's not the way to behave!
No, but why did you come here?
Well, we have every
Go
right to
away.
be here! We have freedom of speech! We have freedom of speech! We are allowed to share our faith!
Matthew,
Yes,
go
we
to your
can!
church.
We can share our faith anywhere we want! Violence is not the answer! God bless you, Israel! We love you! It's so painful! We know Yeshua! We have a relationship with him! He's alive! He's coming back! Look how sweet you are! Look how sweet your children are! And yet you're teaching them to hate your Messiah! Your kids are so lovely! They're adorable! We love you, Israel! And yet you're teaching them to hate your Messiah, to attack women, to be violent! This makes
Heeft hem het slimmer. Go, go.
Hold on to that. The people! Be nice! Be nice! Be nice!
Leg me voor.
Look at him!
Check it.
What, by the children?
Check it, leg hoe me voor. Check it. Leg hoe me voor, leg hoe. Leg hoe me voor.
Choose the Messiah. Yeshua died for you. Okay. Yeshua died for your sin. He paid for your sin.
Please leave. Okay, so leave, please.
We're leaving.
You're inside people.
If you stay nothing, it's the top.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Look at them. So wild. This is going Look at
Don't.
No, you teach us Shut up.
What's about you? You're supposed to educate and civilize the Gotans. Please don't raise your voice and go. Go. Because you're inside of people. Try to understand. You're inside of people. Please go.
Let us leave.
What inside people?
Let us leave.
Yes. Go. You're inside people.
Stop it.
You're inside
Let's go. Let's walk.
You're coming to insult people. Please don't.
We got you on film. Oh, we got you on film. We got you
Please
saying
go. You have
nothing
to
to the
respect other
children.
people's.
We're leaving, and you're following.
Very good. Very good.
Zoos.
Guys, you come back.
Shut up. God bless you guys.
Hey. God bless you. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
God bless you.
So, like my brother was sort of bringing out, they've appointed the land to themselves, via the British Declaration, the Balfour Declaration of 1948. They appointed the land into their own possession, right? Which they had no business going back into that land anyway, because it didn't belong to them. But they claim it as their own, right? So with the fact that they're claiming this land, now they're committing all these atrocities which we're witnessing today. But again, when you read through the scriptures, the Israelites are not prophesied to go back into the land until Yahushua is here, right? But these people have made up their own, declaration for them to be back in the land, and that's why all this chaos is unfolding, because they're not the true people. And again, when you read through the scriptures, you understand that. Because it's like, well, hold on a minute. You go through the list, like the Israelites back in the land, it's supposed to be peace. Is there peace right now? No. That's a check off the list. They ain't the people. You can just keep going through all of the prophecies that are written. And you could say, well, these people don't match this prophecy. So.
Yeah, man. Let me bring out.
They're liars, of course.
Yeah, let me bring out a precept to that actually, because. That's one of the main prophecies that you can tell that these people aren't the people that belong there, man. So this is Isaiah chapter 2:2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days," right? Ain't we in the last days? Of course, it's blatantly obvious, man. It says, it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established at the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it, right? So that's what's going to happen. We're in the last days, but are all nations flowing unto these people for wisdom and guidance and stuff? No, people are looking at these people sideways, man. Like, get the hell off our damn planet and already. You know, there'll never be peace until they're gone. So it says, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, right? The government of the Lord, basically. It says, to the house of the Most High and Jacob, and to the house of the God of Jacob. Let me just say, right? I'm gonna read it verbatim. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion, all right, the Israelites, shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem, right? When we're back in our land. It says, and he shall judge among the nations and rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, right? And their spears into pruning hooks. So basically, all the weapons of war will be turned into agricultural tools, basically, man. In other words. So basically, instead of selling military weapons all over the earth, like Israel does right now, while the wrong people are in the land literally is spewing them out, man. But instead of them selling weapons of war, you know, the world will turn into a beautiful place of harvest and abundance, basically, man. It says, let me read verse 4 from the top again. So Isaiah 2 and 4, it says, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, right? It says, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So what's going on right now while they're in that land? When they claim that they're fulfilling the prophecy of them going back into the land. What have they done since they've been there? Nothing but murder and war, man. Genocide. Robert thievery and bloodshed, man. Okay? And wickedness. That's all that's gone on. They're selling weapons to all over the earth to increase war. They're doing the exact opposite of what the true people of that land are going to do. So how the hell do they fit that prophecy, man? You got to understand that you've been taught lies in Christianity for the longest, okay? And the gig is up. Why else would Esau fund Christian churches and have 501c3s and stuff, man? It's government funded because they know the truth ain't in there. So they're going to allow Christianity to flourish because they know you ain't getting the truth from them. But they're going to demonize the true prophets, call us a racist hate cult, right? Hate preachers and all that, man. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Let me jump back to Ezekiel 36 and 5. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, the Edomites, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Right? Let me quickly jump to the book of Luke. Actually, let me quickly jump to, before I go to Luke, I want to bring out John 10 and 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and to destroy. Right? So who's this thief that is talking about, man? Because you Christians out there, you don't understand what you're reading when you read this, man. The thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy. This is the words of Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus. It's in red letter, man. This is his words. He's saying the thief, who's this thief he's talking about? That comes not but to steal, kill, and destroy. Who fits those characteristics, you know? The scriptures talk about how you will know them by their fruits. It's not just talking about the righteous. You'll know people in general by their fruits. You'll know a homo by their countenance, a tranny, whatever. You'll know them by the way they dress and the way they speak. But you'll know who the wicked are through their actions, man. The thief, the one that steals lands, and is continuing to this day. Like, for instance, they're talking about the greater Israel right now. This has become a big topic at the moment, right? The greater Israel. Basically, it's a slick way of them saying we plan to steal more land. And it will never end because these people cannot be satisfied. They have an insatiable appetite for wealth, power, and greed and land and stuff, man. These people are devils, man.
This is the Zionist plan for the Middle East, called Greater Israel. They want to expand from their territory here into Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, and Egypt. And obviously this includes historic Palestine. This right here, all of this, is the promised land to Zionists. And the founding father of Zionism, Theodore Herzl, said that the state of Israel must stretch from the Brook of Egypt to the Euphrates River. And this is scary, and I bet you can guess the ways that they're going to try to claim land in Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Lebanon. The same way they did it to the Palestinians. They're going to splinter these surrounding countries into smaller, weaker ones that they can easily bulldoze over, just like they bulldoze settlements in the West Bank. If somebody ever asks you, or if you want the answer to this question yourself, why does Israel's surrounding and neighboring countries not like Israel? This is why. This is their plan. This is what Zionists want. This is their promised land. And you best believe they will take it with any means necessary.
You know, that they've just invaded Lebanon.
Yeah.
They're already showing like videos of people putting, or the IDF putting Israeli flags in Lebanon, claiming the land.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is one of the things they do that they're known for. You know, and now it's being called out. Everyone, you know, who's fighting or protesting for, you know, the Palestinians and you know, the Lebanese, you know, they're all protesting. They're shedding light on it. You know, the truth is being spilled out. You know, and it's making the you know, Israelis look bad. You know, it's making them look bad. They're being called out.
While Israeli forces continue bombing Beirut and setting the stage for a ground invasion, occupation realtors are trying to sell homes to settlers in the south of Lebanon, while the Lebanese owners are still there. Just looking at this advertisement makes me sick. After the elimination of Hezbollah, do you also dream of a big house, a view of snowy mountains, and a warm community in the land of our ancestors? And Jed? La, Amtimsa, you have to be joking. The settlement group's website even claims that settlements in South Lebanon are necessary for Israel's security because only a civilian Israeli presence will prevent the area from turning into a terrorist stronghold. They've even published a map with these imaginary settlements, rebranding Lebanese villages and towns with Hebrew names. I'm sick. They're defending themselves by stealing other people's property. Again,
You know, you can see by the countenance that they're getting more frustrated at the fact that, you know, it's being exposed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to put censorship on you know, the information coming out, and they're calling it a lot of anti-Sem.
Yeah.
The anti-Sem is increasing, is how they put it.
Yeah.
Right. I got a definition here for anti-Sem, if you don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, just quickly. So this is on the Oxford reference. It says anti-Sem says hostility towards and discrimination against the Ish people, although there are some other Semitic peoples. It should be Shemitic. Notably, the Arabs, you know, that obviously there's other people that, like the Chinese go back to Shem, you know, the Ammonites go back to Shem, you know, the Negro clearly goes back to Shem, you know. So when they use that term anti-Sem, they try to demonize people to make it seem like they're the aggressors, like they're the racist ones.
Yeah.
They're being racist towards us.
Yeah.
When an anti-Sem would mean that I'm anti, my lineage from where I come from. You know what I mean? So they use that to demonize anybody that's against them. You know what I mean? You get shut down if you get that label put on you. You get shut down, cancelled.
And they also use that to try to further the fact that to make it seem like they're the ones that are oppressed and mistreated and hated in the world, like the real JEWs are. Okay, so they're basically just trying to force their way into fitting prophecy, but it's failing miserably. This is the book of Micah 2:2. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence," right? That's that thief that cometh not but to steal, kill. How do you take a land by violence? Is by killing the people that already inhabit that land. These people that did that to the Native Americans in America are the same people that are doing that to the Palestinians and the Lebanese right now in the Levant region, man. Okay, they're the same people. They're the oppressors. They're the devils. They're the thief that cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy, man. They're the Edomites. Okay, it says in Micah 2:2, "And they covet fields." To covet means to have a strong desire for other people's possessions. Okay, so and the fields is land. So they desire other people's land, and it says, "And they take them by violence." Thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy. To destroy your life, so the immigrants have to flood and flee their land to go to other. They destabilize countries and stuff. That's what you mean. It means by destroy. And then they want to complain, get these foreigners out our land. Hey, it's your people that caused them conditions for these immigrants to flood into your land. Okay, so blame your people for that, man. You're the problem. It says, "And houses and take them away." So they covet fields, lands, and houses, and they take them away, right? It says, "So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." Devils, man, all they do is steal. It says, "Therefore, thus saith Yahweh." So this is what's going to happen to these people for their evil deeds. It says, "Behold, against this family," right? These particular people, this race of people, these Edomites, "against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks." Now look at World War III, man. Look at their crumbling society. Look at these natural disasters and all these things happening. And they're pissed, man, because they know it's over for them. They ain't bouncing back. And we're laughing at them through bringing out these videos. This is a form of us laughing at them. We're bringing it out that, hey, these people are the wicked of the earth. Look what's happening to them. This is a beautiful thing. This is our way of showing that we're rejoicing about this. And they're pissed. They're about to come down with the hammer on us, man, soon. Okay, because they're already trying to take us off the internet. It says, "Against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks. Neither shall ye go haughtily," which means proud, because these are the proudest nation on the planet. Moab comes second, so-called Chinese people. They're proud as hell too. But Esau is the worst of them, man. "Neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil." So we're living in a very evil time. Everyone is on edge, man. Everyone is going to feel the effects of this war soon. The wars that they started. And they're still pointing a finger at each other. Oh, this is Russia's war and this and that. The war, Hezbollah's war, Hamas's war. No, it's your war, you devils. Okay, you're the warmongers. Okay, you're the thief that cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy, man. All right, let me bring that finish off with this precept. John 10:10. It says, "The thief cometh not but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come," Yahushai, right? Not Jesus. Yahushai has come. He's come now. Basically, he's coming in these end times, and his name is back in the earth, man. Okay, and the truth is here, which he is the truth. He says, "I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly." Real life. This is what's promised to us that come into his name, come into the gospel, come into the truth, flee from Christianity, flee from this world, this dying anyway, and come into the light, man. So the Lord has come that we might have life more abundantly, meaning we might be able to live the life how it was meant to be lived, man. Free energy, free land, free food, free water. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 24. All right, it says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations." Who did this happen to, man? The people in that land right now, when were they ever prisoners and shipped off to other nations, man? Shipped off to all countries of the earth as slaves? Never. Okay, so this precept right here links up with Deuteronomy 28 and 68, man, where it said we would go into slavery on ships, sold to our enemies. It says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive of all into all nations. And Jerusalem, the land, shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." Right? Which is almost up. Their time is almost up. Because what does the Lord say? The day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. You know, the Gentiles are the heathen. You also have Gentiles of our people too, the ones that took on Greek customs. But, you know, in this particular scripture, it's talking about the Gentiles of the natural Gentiles, man. So they're trodden down our land right now, man. All right, so a precept to what I just read is Ezekiel 7 and verse 20. "As for the beauty of his ornament," right, the Israelites, "he set it in majesty," right? So we used to be prized possession to the Lord, right? It says, "But they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein," right? So this is what we did against the Lord. This is why he turned his back on us and we got shipped off to all nations, right? It says, "Therefore have I set it far from them," right? So our land is far from us now. We're in different lands right now that don't belong to us, not by choice, but by force, because our land was stolen from us. So the Lord set our land far from us, right? In verse 21, it says, "And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey," right? So they cast our land out for a prey, right? Just as I read in Ezekiel 36, I believe it was. It says, "And to the wicked of the earth for a spoil." So the people in that land right now are the same people of Job 9:24, where it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. It's these Edomites, these devils, these liars, these oppressors, these thieves. Okay? These murderers, man. It says, "And I will get and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil." So the Lord gave our land to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, for a possession, right? For a stolen treasure, basically, man. "And they shall pollute it," right? So the biggest gay pride parades that happen in the world yearly is in Tel Aviv, man. Okay, so they've defiled that land, and there's nothing but war there. You know, they follow the Talmud. You know, these people have defiled that land, man.
Yeah,
they polluted it.
Just to add as well, you know, they're the people of the book, right? And they're in the new covenant. You know, they're back in the land and all this other stuff. They should know the law, right? And if the law does not the law say that, you know, man should not be with man, you know what I mean? Like Tel Aviv, they I think they call it Pink City. You know, they're committing the greatest, you know, offense right there.
Yeah, just
abomination in that city alone, which goes to show you that one, they ain't the people of the book, and two, they can't keep the commandments correctly because, you know, it's in their nature to be freaks. You know what I mean? It's within their nature.
Yeah, because they're estranged from the womb. They're weirdos, man. I mean, look at them. Just take a good look at them. Next time you see them, take a good look at them, man.
What's going on ahead? It's a rave. Yeah, can feel the full bass disintegrating my car. Oh my god, this is beautiful. man in white coat is here. Look at those robes. Stylish. I need a nice robe like that. I didn't want that to end. It was like being guest of honor at a carnival, just floating down the street.
That's what we keep, reiterating, is that these are not the people of the book is speaking of. These are not them.
No.
There's no way that you could say you believe in the Bible and then look at them and say, yeah, they're the people. There's no way. It just doesn't correlate. It's like oil and water. They just don't mix.
Yeah, exactly. So let me start at 21 again, right? So this is Ezekiel 7:21, and it says, "And I will give it, the land, our land, into the hand of strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it." All right, verse 22, it says, "My face will I turn from them, and they shall pollute my secret place." So the Lord turned his face from us, and these people in our land now have polluted that land. It says, "For robbers shall enter into it and defile it. The thief that cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy," man. So these robbers, these thieves, have polluted our land, man. It says, I'll leave that right there. So the point is that, Idumeans inherit that land, which the Bible also is calling them the wicked of the earth, right? Because it says that they're strangers. So he's giving it into the hands of strangers and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, right? And it's calling them robbers. Come on, man. These people are not the people of the Lord. The people dwelling in that land right now do not fulfill the biblical the prophecies, man. They don't fulfill the prophecies, and it's so easy to see. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 14 I'll start at. It says, "Wherefore hear the word of Yahweh, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." So you got to understand that Cain, right, in the book of Genesis, Cain and Abel, the story of Cain and Abel. Cain, one of his curses is that he would be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, man. And a fugitive is somebody that's on the run from his crimes. He's on the run from the law, basically, right? So what does the law say? If a man stealeth a man and he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So this man is basically on the run, and he's also hiding the fact that he is the seed line of Cain, right? So he's hiding himself under the name German, Greek, Roman, French, British, Russian, but they're all the same people. They're the biblical Edomites, man. And also the fake JEWs. They're calling themselves the Wish people, the JEW Wish, right? So basically under falsehood, they're hiding themselves, man. This is the same spirit of Cain in the earth today, man, where they're hiding from their identity. They're a fugitive and a vagabond. You got to understand this. It's all spiritual, man. So, to further prove this is talking about them, let me read verse 15 again. So this is Isaiah 28 and 15. It says, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement." Let me just quickly turn to the book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 8, man. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat thereon was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them," keyword them, right? Because this ain't talking about an actual horse. You got to understand, horse represents power, right? So these people that are in power, right? It says that his name is Death. Because people, every land that these people go to, they spread nothing but death. It says in hell, which is a condition, hell followed with them. You know, it says, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So you got to understand that these people have basically taken peace from the earth, which lines up with the red horse, man. Because it says that they went out a horse that was red, and power was given unto them to take peace from the earth, roughly paraphrasing, man. So basically, these people have the power of the earth in their hands, and they have taken peace from the earth, and death and hell follows them. Keep that in mind. Now let me jump back to the book of Isaiah, and this is 28 and 15 again. Salakia, my throat's a bit dry. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. Because death and hell follows this, man. Okay? So they've made a covenant with death. Meaning, their pharmaceutical industry, the way they've set it up, is to bring death rather than life, okay? They don't cure the disease. They cover the symptoms so that you can keep coming back and making them money, man. They fund war because there's profit in war. The food, they've taken away natural food and created genetically modified organisms, GMOs. So this brings death. They bring nothing but death, man. Because they're in agreement with death. So I'm going to read it from the top again. Verse 5, Isaiah 28:15, it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. So these people are lying to you about who they are, man. Their refuge, their protection is under falsehood, okay? By saying we're the chosen people. You know, you can't hurt us. You can't do nothing to us. We're the victims. We fit the prophecies. We're the chosen. So they basically trying to hide themselves under this falsehood as the saying that they are the real JEWs, man, when it is nothing more than a lie, okay? And if you can't understand it, hey, we don't care, because we're only speaking to those that have their ears to hear, man. The elect. If you don't understand it, you're not of the elect.
Yeah, so I want to bring out scripture. This is in the book of Nahum, chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Right, and this is them being exposed on a high level. Yeah. Right, that's why you're seeing on social media posts. If you're, you know, I wouldn't even say even if you're in the truth, if you're just a person who's, you know, concerned about the issues going on over in Palestine right now, you can see they're being exposed on a high level, because every other post is, look what they're doing, look what they're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, and you got people that are bringing out the history. Oh yeah, back in the days, this is what they were doing back then. You know what I mean? And this is, you know, this is the method that they were using back then. You know what I mean? They're being exposed on a whole nother level, and it's getting out to it's getting out of hand now, to the point where they want to start censoring the information that's coming out. That's why a lot of them are claiming the anti-Sem word
to hide behind.
Yeah, exactly. And they're throwing up fact checkers, because they don't want people to know the truth, but they want to dish out their own narrative, so to speak.
And the fact checkers are basically them.
Yeah,
fact checking themselves.
Exactly. You know, they want to control the narrative. Like, we'll fill in the blanks. Believe us. You know, the father of lies. You know what I mean?
Let me just quickly speak on that beginning bit that you said, because it said that. Read that from the top one more time.
Yeah, it says verse 5, or Nahum 3 and 5. It says, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts.
All right, so the Lord ain't dealing with them. Keep reading.
And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Boom. So right there, a lot of people might not understand what that means, but that's like a metaphor for basically saying, like, if you got a girl with a skirt on and she lifts her skirt up over her face, she's exposed, man. Like, you can see all her junk, right? So basically, this is just basically saying that these people are being exposed, man, on a high level. And like my brother said, it's blatantly that they're the hot topic right now. Spotlight's on them. and they hate it, man. They're, you know, crying that I'm the victim and all this, and the world is slandering us, and, you know.
Yeah. People calling them out on the atrocities that they're committing.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you know, they're hiding under the excuse, well, you know, there's combatants in those areas. But it's like, no, there isn't. There isn't combatants there.
And
you're making it up.
And they're also like, don't look at us, look at Diddy.
Yeah, look at Diddy. Yeah. Look at the whole gang. It's them. Right?
Oh, man.
It says, we keep reading, it says, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy shame.
That's it.
Though the kingdoms thy shame, Salakia.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to keep reading verse 6. It says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Right.
So the whole world's looking at them for what they're doing in Palestine and in Lebanon right now. There's abominable filth cast on them. Basically, everyone knows that they're just a bunch of genocidal, murdering thieves.
My hatred of Zionism that makes me hate Benjamin Netanyahu. Right? He's a liar. He lied to the American Congress. And it's because the Congress at the same time gets money to promote their future election that they'll stand up and clap for this liar. And I've written that he's a liar, and I broadcasted verbally that he's a liar. And if my words are slander or libel, I invite him to sue me in an American court. Let the truth come out in an American court system, right? But he's too much of a coward to make that happen, right? Let the world know that many of us think that he's nothing but a liar. When he says that children aren't being targeted, that's baloney. The children are the target of this attack.
You got people, you know, in all parts of the earth, like, you know, protesting against them because we're sending billions of you know, pounds, dollars, whatever, over to them. And it's coming to find out that they're indiscriminately just bombing like civilian areas, and all the blood that's on their hands. The world is looking at them like, yo, what are you doing? You know, you got nations rising up against them, right? You know, you've even got like places like France who's saying, all right, we're not going to supply them with specific weaponry, and then they're firing back at France like, oh, you know, the world's going to remember what, you know, how you treated us. Like, look what you're doing to the world. You're killing, you know, like. Yeah. It's wild, you know, when you think about it. But that's, again, in the scriptures, the Lord is revealing them, is revealing them on a grand scale, and there's nothing they can do to stop it because it's prophecy, right? So that's how we know, again, that these are not the people of the land. Why would the Lord demonize the people, like his people that are in the land that was supposed to be there, apparently? Do you know what I mean? Like, because they're not supposed to be there. These are not the people, you know?
And I'll tell you what, I'm loving watching every moment of it because Netanyahu is constantly just spitting out his dummy, his pacifier, crying like a little baby. Stop picking on me. Stop picking on us.
We have the right to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, what? Defend yourself against sticks and stones.
Yeah.
With bombs. Bit overkill, man.
Devils, man. Oh, that's funny. You got any more on that?
No, that's it. I'm going to leave it there.
All right, I'm going to bring out a precept. This is Isaiah 25:7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So basically, the veil that's covering all people and the covering cast is basically everyone's in the dark as to what the truth is. But the Lord said what? He said, and I will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people. So the Lord is revealing these people. He's destroying the veil that has been pulled over everyone's eyes, man. it says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And he will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord power shall wipe away all tears from their faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth, for the Lord have spoken it. Right. So basically, you know, the ones that are all over world star hip hop looking like the problem, packed in the ghettos and the slums and looked down upon, and basically made to look like the problem. The Lord's going to make them, lift them up on high and put them back in their own land. Because these people right there, right now, are not them people, man. All right?
Yeah, so bring out this scripture in the book of Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right? So, you know, like in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he's reached that top level where he thinks he's gonna win, like, you know, he's come to the point where, you know, he's got AI, you know, he's got this plan of the NWO agenda, he's got all this stuff in his hands, and he thinks, I'm gonna be I'm gonna get my blessing back, basically. I'm gonna get my blessing back, and, you know, everybody's gonna be under subjection under me. But it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, meaning he's going to be in trouble. Like saying it's going to backfire on him.
Straits is like a position of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not talking about like a straight line. Straight is spelled STRIAT, I think. No, AIT.
AIT, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that when you go into that word, it means a position of difficulty, which right now they're fumbling their kingdom. Everything's falling apart on them, and they're on their way down. So right now he's at the peak of his kingdom. Look, this man's just invented artificial intelligence. His nuclear capabilities are at the peak, man. He's got missiles that fly from one end of the earth to the other, man, in like a matter of an hour. Okay, so this man has reached the peak of his kingdom, the fullness of his sufficiency. And right now, he's in straits. He's in a position of difficulty. Everybody's looking at them like, yeah, you're the problem, man. You got to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it before, too, in the past. We ran them off to the caves. Now we're going to chase them out of the earth. All right, continue.
That's it. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing everybody coming up against this devil, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this devil is being exposed, and he's just, you know, like his whole agenda, his whole plan is being exposed. And, you know, you have the powerful elites just being exposed everywhere you go, you know, in the earth. You know, the truth will set you free, and it is, you know, the truth is out there.
Mind free, that's right. You know, because that word wicked, where it says every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, that's talking about the laborer, the people, the blue-collar workers or whatever, man. You know what I mean? The taxpayers, the ones that are oppressed in this earth, you know? Because these don't think that means that, you know, these people are in league with us. It just means that this devil is oppressing everybody, even his own people, man. So basically, all these taxpayers that are, you know, working 9-to-5s and barely able to keep ends meet, they're all coming upon this devil, man. Like, these guys are the problem, you know? So when you look into Job 9:24, where it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, that word wicked is different from this word wicked. And that's why it's important to go into the meaning of words. But this is talking about the laborer, okay? So every hand of the laborer shall come upon him. Is there any more on that?
No. That's the point.
All right. Let me read this in the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 27, right? It says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. So it goes hand in hand with that precept there, because every hand of the wicked is rising up against them. Not only that, but the earth itself. The land is spewing them out of there, okay? And the earth is rising up against Esau and his rulership and making it very hard for him to rule. Natural disasters everywhere. You just had a bunch of hurricanes. which is destroying his infrastructure. He's already got enough on his plate. Now hurricanes back to back. What next? It's like this man is in straits. He can't keep up with it. His military stretching thin, just like the ancient Roman Empire. And this is the revived Roman Empire, that deadly wound that was healed. And now they're basically falling just like the old Roman Empire did, man. Where their military stretched thin. They've got their troops all over the earth right now, and they're sending more troops here and sending troops there. They're using Ukraine as a pawn, basically, to fight against Russia, to try and weaken Russia's military. They don't give a damn about Ukraine, the Ukrainians, okay? I mean, they do in a sense that they care about their superiority, which the Ukrainians are Edomites also, but they're funding that small country to basically fight the battles for them. Like, here, I'll give you weapons, go, keep fighting him. And, you know, and he's like, oh, I've had enough, and he's pushing him, get in there, go and knock him out.
Go on,
yeah, come on, you got this. Knowing damn well we ain't gonna win. Yeah, exactly. Because America's a big bad bully, man. Bully their own people, you know. They oppress their own people, man.
I wanted to say as well in Job, the 20th chapter, you know, because I probably could have read a little bit more, but I'm going to read Job chapter 20, verse 23 and 24, just to sort of give you an idea. And it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. So, you know, just when he feels like he's about to succeed in his NWO agenda, you know, that's when the Lord's going to bring that judgment upon him. Verse 24 says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. And, you know, that's what we're seeing right now with the build-up and everything boiling over. Like my brother was saying, like he's provoking the bear, you know, Russia, you know, and then you got China wanting to get involved, you know, Iran, you know, like all of those things you're seeing is going to culminate in this devil being like hit, man. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know, his time is almost up, and they're aware of it. Right? They can't stop prophecy, and they're trying to speed things up so that they can get into that NWO and you know, force their will upon the earth. But it ain't gonna happen. The Lord ain't gonna allow it to happen.
Yeah, they want to enslave the whole world with their microchip, man. You know, they want to chip you all up so that you can be tracked and controlled on a level unfathomable. Because right now, you got people like David Icke coming out with these speeches talking about how, you know, if we all band together and just say no, we're not doing it anymore, then we can stop them. You know, we can beat them. For one, that's not what prophecy says, and prophecy trumps everything. All right, so that ain't what's gonna happen. So that's a waste of time and energy to even think that you could do that, something like that. But two, these devils got this game on lock. They got too much power for you to do that. Okay, because the moment you start rallying up people to try to do that, they've already got a plan in place to stop that. And three, once he chips you all up, man, you ain't gonna be able to do things like that. You're all gonna obey like a good little boy. Okay, you're gonna pay your taxes, every bit of it. You're not gonna have little lemonade stand to make a little side hustle here and then. No, you're gonna live strictly by his system, and there ain't no escaping it. It's slavery on crack.
Yeah, that programmable system.
Yeah, man.
So if they tell you, hey, you gonna pay your taxes.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have a choice to withhold your money. They're just gonna take it.
And they can increase them as much as they want. And you ain't gonna be able to complain or do nothing, because if you start complaining, hey, we'll switch your chip off. And that's it.
Yeah, you know, you start speaking out and exposing our wickedness. Hey, we gonna lock you up.
Yeah, man.
Gonna lock you out.
So all that talk about trying to band together to stop him, that's foolishness, man. Let me read the book of Habakkuk. I think we'll close it out with this, unless you've got anything else. No. Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at 3. It says, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, for it will surely come, it will not tarry. So the prophecies are for the end times, and when it comes, I mean, it's going to happen, basically, is what it's saying. It will surely come, it will not tarry, right? It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So these devils are estranged from the womb, man. Their soul ain't right. These people ain't right, man. They're a bunch of freaks and weirdos and liberals and stuff, man. It says, they're the creator of liberals. It says in verse 5, yeah, also, because he transgresseth by wine, which is his philosophies that he pushes upon the world. A man could be with a man, a woman could be with a woman, you know. As an example, there's many other philosophies and many other versions of his wine out there. But because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Right? Devil's proud as hell, man. It says, neither keepeth at home, right? He's in everyone else's land, stealing what don't belong to him. Neither keepeth at home, which is Petra, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. There's that death and hell, which he's made an agreement with, a covenant with, right? So this is a precept to that also. So he enlarges his desire as hell, meaning the grave. The grave can never be full. You know, there's always going to be dead bodies to go into the ground, man. Okay, and it says, basically, he has an insatiable desire for power and wealth and greed and land. It says, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. That's why taxes go up all the damn time. This man can't be satisfied. He just wants more, more, more. He robs you. It says, but gathereth unto himself all nations and heapeth unto himself all people. That's why people can't live off the grid, because he wants control of everybody. And his ultimate form of control will be his tracking system that he puts under your skin. Okay, it's surveillance, man. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him? You know, every hand of the wicked shall come against him, right? Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe, which means destruction, right? Death and destruction, meaning death and destruction to him that increaseth that which is not his. And how long? So everyone's getting sick and tired of these people always trying to take people's land and claim it for their own, man. When will they have enough? The point is, in this scripture, it says he will never have enough because he can't be satisfied, man. He enlargeth his desire as hell. Okay. It says, how long is this going to continue? Everyone's fed up, right? It says, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, meaning heavy debt. So these people, you know, they've developed a system to where, you know, they basically developed this Ponzi scheme to where they're always going to be in debt, man. They have no plans in ever paying off that debt. They just print money, man.
Look at the deficit. America's deficit. It's like 33 trillion or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the main lands that these Edomites run from. America, which is prophesied to be destroyed because it's Babylon the Great, man. But they ladeth themselves with thick clay. It says in verse 7, right? Habakkuk 2 and 7. Shall not all they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? Right? So every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. It says, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, meaning spoil. Okay? So we're going to rob you that robbed us. So it says in verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Right? And the reason it says remnant is because there's going to be few men left in the earth soon. You know what I mean? Because these devils are about to send these nukes. And during Jacob's trouble, you know, there's a lot of people going to die from that too. So the remnant of the people are going to spoil thee because of men's blood and for the violence of the land and of the city. So basically, by the time all is said and done, people are going to be truly fed up of this devil, man. Right now, everyone's starting to look at him sideways like you might be the problem. But eventually, they're going to take action, man. Okay, we're going to chase you out the world, man. You're going to go too far, in other words, okay? Because you're only going to get worse. Things are only going to get worse. They're not going to get better until that bubble just pops and people have had enough. So it says, for the violence of the land and of the city and of all that dwell therein. I'm going to leave it there, man. Lord willing, you've been edified through this lesson. All right? You got anything else you want to bring out?
No, I'm good.
All right. Lord willing, you've been edified. These people ain't the people of the land, and to hell with them, man. They're on their way out, all right? So on that note, man, we're going to close it out. Give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
You're against the state of Israel?
Yes, we believe, the Jewish belief is against the state of Israel.
Are you for the real return of the real children of Israel?
We believe that all Israel need to be returned to the Palestinians.
Do you know that the black man in America is Israel? That he's Jews? Do you know that?
Yes. Yes.